Hey, this is Linda with Happy Place Homestead, and today I'm going to work on a project to save the lives of my chickens. Hey, here in central New York, I think we have a predator problem, which is probably not surprising since we live in the middle of woods. But lately, we've lived here about a year, and this whole time we've had our chickens free range and we've never had a problem. But this summer, within the last few months, we've lost all of our egg layers except for one. And we've bought a whole bunch of new babies in order to replenish our flock, which we do every year anyway. And we're down to, we've lost several of those as well. And we have many neighbors who've lost almost their entire flock. And so we think it's most likely a fox. For us, for sure, it's a fox. We've seen the fox come right up in the middle of the day and snatch them right in front of us. But our friends think there are also some fishers or some raccoons at night. But most likely the problem is that they come during the day. At night, they're put away nice and safe in the coop. But it's the daytime that we need to try to protect these stupid little animals because they get so afraid they freeze, and so they're easy targets for these predators. So today I'm going to work on a project that hopefully it's a simple, easy fix for now, and then next year we can do a better fix. Now, when we first moved in, I wanted to build a chicken yard attached to our chicken coop, but we had so many other projects to do, and we just kind of let that go and just figured they're doing really well, free ranging, nothing's happening to them, we'll just let them do that. But now, my original plan of where I wanted the chicken yard to go won't fit here anymore because we have so many other projects, which I'll show you. And so, since I can't do what I really want to do, then I'm going to make all it is going to be a temporary fix that hopefully will get us through this summer and the winter, so that next spring I can work on actually building the chicken yard that I want to have attached to this coop. So here's the coop, and when we started losing chickens, my husband put up this small little 4-foot fence here in the hopes to keep at least the babies contained. We knew that the larger ones would jump it, but at this point the babies are large enough to where they get out as well. They actually just pick holes in the fence and climb through. So it's no longer practical, it's not working. But on the coop here, we had started, I don't know if it was last year or this year, can't remember now, we started building a lean-to here, in which we're going to actually wrap it around from this side of the coop to the back, because that's where we're going to put our bunnies. The rabbits will go in there. So this originally was going to be part of my chicken yard, but now that there's a lean-to there, I can't put the chicken yard in that position. So here's the back of the coop, and it looks like a garbage dump, but you know, whatever, we're doing what we can. And the bunny hutch will wrap, the lean-to will wrap on that side around to this side, and it'll be great when we do that. That's the project I actually was planning on starting before we started losing all our chickens, and I felt desperate that I needed to fix the chicken yard. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the chickens just in the side spot over here on the back side of the wood. We'll probably we needed to move that small little layer of wood anyway, because it shouldn't be too thick in order for the wood to dry out. So we'll probably move that. But we don't want to move all of this wood because that's quite a project. So we're going to use that one wall of wood as part of the chicken yard. And then probably through the winter as it disappears, I don't know, we're just going to have to play it by ear. But it's going to be a small chicken yard for now. But I can't do all this kind of cleaning by myself, so I'm going to work on the parts that I can do, and then when my husband gets home, he'll help me and we'll do the cleanup here and put the fencing in. So my project today is I bought lattice. I had it cut into 1-foot thick strips, and I'm going to attach it to the bottom of the coop here. I want the chickens to be able to get under the coop only from their yard, their new little yard. So I'm going to put the lattice around 3 sides of the porch so that they can get under there to get out of the temperature for whatever reason. They like getting under there. And that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to attach the lattice. So, and then my other project I want to do today is I have to cut a hole in this side of the chicken coop for them to get out into the chicken yard. And so I'm going to make today the ramp that they will leave the chicken coop and go down into the yard, and that ramp will also act as the door. So I'm excited about that. I had brainstormed this actually a year ago when we moved in, and now I'm actually going to figure out how to do it. So that's my project today. Okay, so here is the finished project of the lattice around the bottom. It's not super pretty, but it will do. And I think we'll probably add a few more stones around the perimeter here in the front to make it look good and to give a reinforcement. Because on the sides and the back, the bunny hutches will be sitting against this wall so that it will give an added support to the lattice so that they're not pushed through. There we go. On to the door. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this idea. I was going to just find a couple of pieces of wood to build my door/ramp combo out of, and when I went to look at my wood pile, I found these extra pieces of siding that came off of our house when we had windows installed. We of course kept them because we're hoarders, and I realized that 3 of these together is the perfect width of what I wanted my door/ramp combo to be. So, and then when it's shut, the door on the outside will look like my coop, because my coop is red. I mean, it's not a perfect match, but I'm pretty excited about that. That's kind of cool and clever. And this is siding that's it's made to be outside and weathered, so it should be pretty good quality. So I'm going to cut these up. I want them 22 inches long. They're 5 inches wide. Together they'll be 15 inches wide, and that will be the size of the door that I'm making. Okay, here's my door. I wood glued the panels together, and then there's the hinge. But on the back, so that little piece is where I had to apply in order to put the hinge so my screws wouldn't scrape up the chicken's feet. And those are those little walking planks. That's the inside of the door. So my next step will be to attach, well, I have to cut the hole in the coop and then attach this to a 2x4 at the bottom of the hole, and my door should be good, and then I'll work on the pulley system. Okay, here's the place. We decided to move the Great Wall of Paget wood over to this area, which is very cool. It kind of looks like a great place to play some airsoft guns or wars or something like that. It's kind of cool. I think the kids are going to have fun with this little wall maze. Now, we have the wood pretty much moved. And we have the hole cut for the door. I'm going to attach the door and then the pulley system, and then we'll do the fencing. Okay, here is my, here's the closed door to the chicken coop. I had to add that top piece of the 2x6. It was 2x6 simply because that's the scrap piece we found, but I needed some kind of weight on the top of the door in order to get it to fall open when we release the pulley. So we used 2 pulleys and a bunch of those big staples to kind of guide it along the way, and it will hook right here. So now open the door, so you just release it, and the weight, that 2x6 is the weight that will open it down. And there we go, and we have our little, we had to put a little rock there to get it raised up, and the chickens should hopefully figure out how to get in and out. The size of the hole is based on the fact that inside the coop there are 2x4 supports, studs, and we just kind of cut between the studs. We didn't want to have to reframe the whole darn coop.
Were you talking about me?
Are you a stud? Okay, here's our final product, and a couple of the chickens have discovered how to get into it. We basically just use whatever wire we have. We have a little bit of 3-foot high wire and a little bit of 4-foot high chicken wire, and we just attached it around the perimeter here. On the very top, we used this little black netting that I've had for a while, just stretched across, and zip ties are our friend. We have used zip ties all over the place to attach everything to everything. And then the final thing was that we put rocks around the perimeter to prevent them from getting out, pushing through the wire. So we'll see if this works well. I'm always kind of worried that we haven't given them enough space, but it's better off than the majority of the chickens in the world, I guess. So there we go. Our chickens will stay alive, thank goodness.